Hey guys, what's up? It's Jaxie, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make an AFK Fish and XP farm and clearing up some misconceptions and misinformation about the loot and how the loot works with these farms. This is the most common type of fish farm. It's super simple, super small, and I think super useful even after the patch. But what YouTubers are advertising at the moment is that these will give you loads and loads of drops in the fact of enchantment books, new fishing rods and things like that. When in reality, that has been patched now. And this will only give you fish and XP. I still suggest you build one of these because they're super fun, they're super simple, and they don't take up much space in your world and can give you a good source of food and XP. So I'll be showing you how to build this. But I'll also be quickly giving you guys an example of farms that would work with the new looting system and some other misconceptions that have been going around. I have also been seeing this design floating around. So this design is a Bedrock only design, but I've seen so many people advertise this as Bedrock and Java and vice versa. I've seen that design going around, the one that we were speaking about just before, and it being advertised for Bedrock, when the parity does not match up. The parity is not quite there yet. This design for Bedrock would work and will give you loads of loot as well as fish. So this tricks the patch into thinking that this is a waterbed of some sort, like a lake or an ocean, and it gives you loot. You just need to have a little fish in here named. Now if you'd like a tutorial for this one or the next one I'm about to show you, leave a comment down below. So this works, but it does not work on Java, it works on Bedrock. If you want a Java version of this, you need to have something different and it gets a little bit bigger. This is the Java design, the most common one. It is designed by Rayworks and it is a fantastic design. However, it does take up quite a bit of space. But this is what is required to make this farm work. We've got this water bed at the top, and if I were to hop into spectator mode, we've got a bit of redstoning going on down the bottom. So this one not only gives you fish and XP, like the one I showed you at the start, but also gives you drops. But again, it's a little bit more complicated, and huge shout out to Rayworks for actually designing this. But I'm going to be showing you guys how to build the first one. Again, if you'd like to see a tutorial on this one or the Bedrock one, leave a comment down below. But let's get on to the tutorial on how to build that simple fish farm, which is great for food and XP. So the materials you'll need to build this small fish farm behind me are on your screen now. Grab all of those and we can get going. Alright, let's start out by digging a 2-block hole like this, then placing a chest in that hole, a double chest. Now this is going to be our front side, so our chest is going to look a bit weird, but that's how most farms work, just because it saves more space. Then behind this, we're going to break this grass block and place a hopper going into that chest, like that. Drop an item into that hopper and it should end up in our chest, and if it's not, make sure that the hopper is actually connected to the chest and it's not just going straight into the ground. Then place an oak fence on top of that hopper by holding shift and sneaking and right clicking, just like that. Place a heavy weighted pressure plate here and break this grass block here. This is what it should look like. Now grab out your water bucket and waterlog this fence. Now the best way to do this to be safe is to sneak, like this, sneak, and right click on the hopper. And the water should flow into the hole if everything is done correctly. Now place a note block here, any sort of block on top of this note block to mute the sound, and an iron trapdoor on that block like this. This is what our fish farm should be looking like. Now this block can be any sort of block you want. I've used kelp just because I think it looks quite nice. You can even have no block here. However, you can sometimes get a note block sound, which is just constant dinging, which is very annoying. So I definitely suggest placing some sort of block on top here. Now this farm does work with a normal fishing rod, but the best enchantments to have on it are Lure 3, Mending, and Unbreaking 3. We don't need Luck of the Sea because that increases our chances of artifacts, but we won't get artifacts from this farm because of the patch. But this farm is still great for the food, and the Lure and Mending and Unbreaking are going to help with that. Alright, to start this farm, you want to throw our fishing rod onto this weighted pressure plate here by clicking. You can either click on the trapdoor or click on the pressure plate. Then you want to aim slightly below this trapdoor, so you want to aim for that little pixel there, the first pixel of the note block, and you want to start right clicking. Now you can either hold your right click down, download an auto clicker, which I do not suggest, but what I do suggest is if you don't want to hold your right click down, is go escape, go to options, controls, keybinds, changing your jump to your right click and your use item / place block to your spacebar. Now what we're going to do here is now when I hold spacebar, I'm right clicking. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my phone. You can use an Xbox controller if you've got one of those lying around, a stapler, anything like that. And we're going to right click like this by weighing down our spacebar. And that's going to be using our item. Now I can go grab my groceries, clean the car, pet my dog, whatever I want to do, get carbonated, and this will be here AFKing overnight. And because we have mending on my fishing rod, it will be repairing itself as well, which is super duper useful. Now you know how to build a super simple fish and XP farm. Again, if you'd like a tutorial on how to do the other 2 farms that I mentioned, the Bedrock and the Java one, leave a comment down below because I'd be happy to do them. And on that note, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, stay carbonated.